Alright, so we're continuing along here this morning for Season 12 on the grid Tron season. We made our way here to chapter number 3, newest chapter here. Dive in, see what new races we can get done here. Solar Sailor. And eventually watch that movie again, especially with the new one coming out around the corner. Alright, first race here, Datacore Drift. Last race, win and go through 8 speed pads. Straightforward.
I am ready for victory! My time is precious.
I wouldn't mind seeing the first Tron again either. I've not seen that in quite a few years, but figure the second one probably has a lot of connections with the newer one coming out than the original did.
This is going to be quite the ride.
Speed pad there. One there. There. Alright. He's playing this course the other direction. Definitely plenty of speed pads on track, so that's not gonna be a problem. Still has one of the best speed up skills. Yeah, I think I probably had a little bit of trouble with them, but it's been a little while since I had a chance to go through World 17, so I don't even hardly remember what they were at this point. Remember World 18, they did that a few days ago. Kicked up off the road there. Morian, that was right. The first part there of the Civil War. Thank you, appreciate that. I had to refight Morian over with the little boss rush that they had there for World 18, so I do remember having some trouble with that, but no more so than I did having to do it over again. Okay, loop the classic race, win a Toy Story or Tron character. Okay, we'll go Toy Story because we can.
Time for a good old-fashioned roundup. This Space Ranger never gives up.
Just because I like Buzz.
Lightyear, to the rescue.
Only 13, huh? Really, huh? I mean, especially compared to something like a Dark Souls game, or Lies of P or any of those sorts of. Yeah, someone fight the same boss. build death count and whatnot on stream. It's like death count number 64. Keeps going.
Charged and ready to go.
Fortunately, you almost always will have to die a handful of times to start off with, just to familiarize yourself with the attack patterns and everything that the boss has. And then having to actually learn to deal with them properly. Come on, it's up there. Alright. Tried to jump, but lost traction on the road, so won't let me jump if I don't have 4 wheels on the track.
I'd call that a success.
Nice. Baited one in the shielded area, yeah. The biggest part I had there was that I was taking the longest time trying to figure out how I was supposed to be collecting the orbs properly. So I had a hard time doing that. I did it the first time. Then it had been so long since I had played it, I was like, I don't remember what I was supposed to do here again. I had to collect these for some reason. Then I figured it out. I was like, oh yeah, okay. Now let's do it right this time. Okay, stage number 3. Crack port, single skill race, win and race and stun 3 opponents. We're just trying to do that properly.
I will make this look good.
I do not renege on a
Now, Dave Jones.
I accept.
Yeah. Didn't expect you to know. It's like, what am I one shot? It's especially whenever you fight bosses that have skills that do one shots like that, and then you're like, okay, apparently I'm supposed to be doing something and I misunderstood. So now I need to start paying closer attention to figure out what that is. It's never my favorite mechanic in any game, especially if it's like a final boss. Super Mario games actually did that when you did the final boss against Bowser. If you didn't do something right in one of the different phases, then it was a one shot and you had to go all the way back through the end part of the castle dungeon and then go through the fight itself again to then reach the one point where I screwed up the first time and have to do it over again. It's very frustrating. Right. So like some of the challenge rooms where you get the evolution stones and stuff have the whole checkpoint as far as doing enough damage with certain types of attacks and whatnot. Skip. Yeah, my brother and I were watching some of the Treehouse direct videos that they posted after the fact on YouTube there, showing off how the new GPs work and the other long track races that they have now. So, like almost like a battle royale races, elimination ones. Alright, see if we can get this next race done here. Mystery race in our box. 3 shards there for Gem, of course. Curious, we might even be able to get her up to the 50 there by the end of the season. Around Bradley and the Sirens. Race is done here. Need to get some races with Sadness on my phone. We're going here.
Are you sure you want me? Okay.
Super Mario Kart Battle Mode. That always classic. Back when the game was only 2 players, so obviously lowered the overall complexity in it significantly. Yep. It would be a lot of times even just growing up when we used to play games like Mario Kart, we would just mess around in the tracks, not even like playing the game properly. We just race the track backwards, or we just find ways to go off-road and jump to certain. You just wait till you get like a feather to reach some weird little out-of-bounds parts of the tracks, and just trying to find every little nook and cranny that we could to just mess around in. But that was also back when I didn't have the kind of money to buy games on a regular basis, which meant it was one of the only handful of games we even had on the Super Nintendo, which we had to buy ourselves. So you find ways to enjoy it when it's one of the only things that you have time to play with. That goes back to the new game there with the open world, is then that brings back memories of what we used to do back on the Super Nintendo and N64 versions of just exploring the tracks, but to them up more effective gameplay mechanic. Even when we were watching the Treehouse when doing the races and whatnot there, brother and I kept looking out the cracks and like, I think you could have hit that spot there and did a grind across that rail, or I think you could have jumped that gap there with the mushroom booster. Trying to break down the track as they're going through to see if there's different race routes and stuff they could take. Yeah, and I'm curious to see if they plan on doing any kind of DLC stuff with the game one way or another, because part of like the cost of the game up front ends up being that there's a lot of content in the game. So here's something like Mario Kart 8, for example, maybe costs $50-60 for just the deluxe version itself, which itself is the original Mario Kart 8 plus the DLC that the Wii U version got on one single deluxe passage. But then you take in consideration the extra DLC you got for the later end waves, and if you added that to the whole price of the game, it's more than the $80 that Mario Kart World ends up being. It's kind of puts in perspective the price point that Nintendo tries to rationalize for the game.
Okay.
Cost Mario Kart 8 plus DLC a little bit more than $80. At least right around in there. Which is why I'm curious whether or not they actually would add any additional content in Mario Kart World, or if they just decided to put as much content as they could up front and not have to worry about updating it down the road. I don't know. Because I really wanted to see them do more with the Smash Brothers-esque elements they did with Mario Kart 8, where they added characters like Link and Animal Crossing and Splatoon and stuff and see if they expand upon that more. F-Zero tracks and side bike and so on. Yeah, it took me for years and years and years where the observational pension for game pricing is it costs this much, but this much, as always with inflation and whatnot, isn't the same as it was 2 years ago. Because I know there was old Super Nintendo games like Kirby Superstar and whatnot back in the day that sold for like $60, $70. It wasn't cheap. I usually didn't get new games when I was growing up. Always bought the ones from secondhand retailers. And like old Toys R Us ads and whatnot. It's like they weren't inexpensive then, so why the thought processes they need to stay the same? 1990s, 2000 price, and 2025 here is always, especially for those in the industry, somewhat bizarre. But I feel a lot of that comes as a side effect of the implementation of free-to-play games as its own genre, where the perception then is you can release games that are free. So we don't need to release games that are $90. It's a whole word. Depends on where you're trying to make your money from. Alright, let's see what we can get done here with stage number 5 now. The Arby's challenge started. Let's see which circuit, classic race. Win, use 3 charge skills, 12 drifters. We can do that.
Prepare to be amazed.
Let's make some waves.
Yeah, fun. I'm not sure which one of them I want to play as. They're all fun in their own way.
Hope nobody's scared. I can handle this.
It's actually happening.
I almost always will hit that one. This is just in my way.
For my collection.
Now, oof. Now I can cut through here without hitting that coral. So sometimes if I have a shield or whatever, I'll actually hit some of those obstacles on purpose, just so they're out of my work and follow-up laps. As being lazy. Kermit. Try to see if we can get done with them. No, with most season 2 races, they're gonna limit me here with the characters that can race in, but try to keep that in the back burner so we can some later multiplayer races done. Alright, got that box there. Okay, make sure I did 2 of those. Alright, so moving on to station number 6. System Surge Blitz, class race, win, and use a manual boost for at least 15 seconds.
I never disappoint. Oh, yes, let's.
I hope you're all buckled up.
Seatbelts on! The game has changed. The race is on.
Remember what else I was supposed to be doing here besides finishing the race? And manual boost, thank you. There was something that was going to be straightforward. Just like what it was.
Well done, me.
You missed it. I fall for not jumping at it.
TikTok.
And make that transition at that speed.
Slow it down. Applause. Yes, yes, don't stop.
Alright. Station number 7. Metroville Mayhem. Mayhem. Walk challenge race. Win and perform 5 aerial stunts.
I am ready for
I get her leveled up a little bit more than. I almost do a race with her instead of Dash, but she's a little bit far behind. Still try to get some more multiplayer races done with her. Don't really have any other way to get shards for her at the moment. Still too new for the race boost yet.
My turn.
I find trying to race in the online multiplayer frustrating with a racer who doesn't at least at level 20 because I don't even have access to her special ability yet.
I'll never give up.
I'll teach you some respect.
Yeah, baby. My soul will ride.
Alright, aerial stunts, go this direction. One. Move. A little too early, that's okay. 3, 4. Only have to do 5, so at least do up to 8 in the 2 laps anyway. Yeah, it's 5. 6. Wow. More than enough in 1 lap. That always makes it easier. Hadn't been using that earlier because I can't do aerial stunts when I'm running. Alright, next stage here is the Arby's race. Turned on there. Magic Lamp Circuit, classic race. Win, drift for 15 seconds. Activate 8 manual boosts. Okay. There's someone that can activate manual boosts pretty easily with.
Oh, come on. I can turn a mosquito into an elephant. How hard can it be? Come on, let's do this.
Or to take on a challenge like that with a race that's not a speedster, because they have a tendency to easily refill their manual boost in the middle of a boost anytime they end up hitting a speed boost along the way. Which makes it harder to do multiple manual boosts in a race. One. Of course, it's hard for him to get multiples once I get stuck behind people because he needs a defender. I think Jafar would have probably been the better option, but 2. Yeah, 3 laps though. Okay, it's 3 lap. 3.
Calling me embarrassed.
4. Enough. 5. 6. 7. 8.
some magic! We have a winner!
Okay. It's stage number 9 here, the second mystery race. Our cruiser is there for gem up for grabs while Marv and Dillinger Jr. Race is going again here with Sadness.
Mirror may be closer than
Which
you.
direction?
But I'm Are you sure you want? I don't want to mess up or break anything. Oh.
Isn't this great? We all
Okay, let's go. Find the fun. Oh, this is dangerous. Yeah, that's me. This is dangerous. Oh, I understand if you're rude. What to do with this?
Great coins in that one.
Maybe I should just lie down.
Same race.
I'll make my honey bunny.
Oh, is it all going to be so interactive? This is fast. Something's wrong with me.
Uh-oh. Thud. upgrade coins and the shards there. And that, there's a couple days here. Now move on to stage number 10. Now Nexus run, color match race, win, and go through 14 spots. 14.
Ready for victory!
At least 7 a lap. Unless there's more than 2 laps.
Anyone want some Herculane for the road? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
This is going to be quite the ride. Excellent!
1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Eyes on me, thank you. Perfection in motion.
Just hair too tight.
Let's dance! Victory is mine!
Shards and upgrade coins. Back here to stage number 11, third of the Harvest challenges. Hinterlands dash classic race. Win. Activate 5 manual boosts. Stun 5 opponents.
I will make this look good. Let's
Boogie Boogie can do. Jack can actually work out pretty nice for stunning opponents as well, so as long as hit people with this present box ability. Boogie Boogie, I can technically still stun people without items. Crash into them.
Okay, mortals, time to show
Four wheels instead of two. Huh.
your personal nightmare is here.
Three.
I'm losing time. Yes. Don't tell Phil.
I don't remember which one does which.
Let's get a balls on you. Somebody cheated.
I forgot his ability. Cancels out if that happens. Roll them all. Trying to crash into him before the race finished here, but really stubborn, Wally. Thank you.
I'm on fire tonight.
I got what I needed. Good to go. Right. Helpful chunk of upgrade coins. Quite a surplus going. Happens when I'm not too many new characters. Alright. Then we can move on here to the last race. Race number 12. Boss challenge. Output circuit.
Shall we strive for a little spectacle? My time is precious.
Mega Man helmet. It's a Tron helmet. Looks like Mega Man.
I could win this race with my eyes.
I think Riley had a nightmare about this. The enthusiasm is exhilarating. Watch me go. Oh, what a shame. Let's dance. Perfection, as expected.
Alright. A few more shards there for done. Almost up to 45. Thing about perfection is unknown. It's the end of the chapter here, so run through. So the mystery race is done. Some opportunities here in the next few days. So we're gonna pop back in here again next Friday about the next chapter here in this season. Chapter number 4, Black Guards. Continuing along here steadily. Yeah, second part of the season 12 here on the great season. Said they were adding an extra week here for the season, so that's where there's 26 days left, so quite a bit of time to do both those last few chapters as well as chapter 6. Should be nice. Some buffer before we get into the new season down the road here.